Hello, and welcome to the Daily
Hello.
We have news. We have news. We have news. We have news. We need to talk.
Do we have news? Oh my god.
We need to talk about this. Look,
Okay, that was not what I was expecting.
What?
that beautiful mustache.
Is that Edward from Alone in the Dark?
Maybe it is the same character. Who knows? And like, look at this. Look at this. Like, this is one of his disguises.
See?
Great.
Alchemist. Just like, isn't that what he is in Alone in the Dark?
And another disguise. Assassin. He's basically like all of Assassin's Creed.
That's actually not too bad of a design. I actually kind of
Yeah.
like that. Oh!
Very gifted artist. Very gifted artist.
What
Very
is
beautiful.
that a costume for him? That's amazing.
Wow. Wow. You can tell. Oh, look at that hat. Look at that hat. He's basically the better Raphael, to be honest.
Are you sure that's not just Raphael? Like, that's the original idea for Raphael, and they were like, nope.
Jeweler?
Okay.
Ooh,
Edgemaster?
Beast.
Edgemaster? As well?
What does that say?
Divine Mystic.
Ah,
it says.
divine mystic. Oh, yeah, he does look divine. He looks very, yeah.
That looks very as well.
Well, this is Dampier concept art. That's it for the podcast. Hope you
What?
guys enjoyed it. That was.
Come on.
Okay, that's this.
Oh. I knew it had something to do with Cassandra. You thought you could fool me.
Do you guys notice anything particular about Cassandra here?
Young.
She's completely young, and she's completely, like, that's a brand new design for her, too.
It's a brand new design. It's 100% completely new. Never used before. Never, ever used before.
I smell DLC!
We saw Huang in a story mode thingy, and he looked very much like his Soul Calibur 1 design. We saw Edgemaster, which looked identical to his Soul Calibur 1 design. They went out of their way to completely redesign Cassandra, and this is also like super new. She has no outfit which looks similar to the one in Soul Calibur 6.
Oh
Nothing.
boy.
Why didn't she keep that mask down there? That's a good mask.
I forgot to include her secondary outfit from Soul Calibur 3, which has one similarity. It has the same color as this. It's orange.
But it's a darker orange.
Yeah, it's true. But
Like, it's a very darker shade.
like they went out of the way to like make her look very different. I wonder if they try to avoid her normal colors, because like look at this, for instance, blue, white, and you have Speedia with blue and white as primary colors. I wonder if they went out of the way to try to make her stand out more compared to her sister.
Yeah, that might
Maybe.
be it. Which is, if she is DLC, that could be a good sign. Maybe they want to make her a little more unique.
Is this an insult?
It is. It's from the Soul Calibur 5 artwork. Everything in that artwork is an insult. Should have edited that out. I want to say like on the same pages they also like talk about Taki here and everything. It's basically like all the characters who are not in Soul Calibur 5.
That's so mean.
I just noticed these faces here. Can we zoom in here? I think we need a closer look at these faces.
I think these are used in the Broken Destiny story mode.
That second one would make for a good Twitchy mode on your page. Just things like this.
She is disguised in part of the story mode, and no one can tell who she is.
Disguised.
Yes, very good
Disguised.
disguise.
Yeah, let me just get my quotation fingers out. Disguised.
Isn't this a bit too big in detail for Twitch emotes? I feel like Twitch emotes that has to be like
True,
20
but
by
if you
20
can,
or something.
if you can like maybe cut like just the facial, I don't know. I don't know how Twitchy modes work.
Did we mention this yet?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
I'm so happy they finally gave her like actual art and she's not just a shadowy figure anymore. Wow.
But yeah, a new design, and it looks like they put time into the design. Like this hint of some kind of like arm thing that she's wearing here. Like the this pattern looks like it would extend further down. So it looks like this part of this design we don't see yet. Like it looks like they designed a full outfit for her.
How very
Yeah, I mean-
curious.
It really just smells of, in my opinion, just DLC down the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. I would go as far as to say I think it's DLC close to
That
the
too.
line.
That too.
Because you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, I don't speak.
Yes, you do. Whenever someone insults Jill.
You wanna go?
Hey, I'm not the one insulting her.
Now then, we haven't seen other story mode cameos, although I guess we don't know if they exist at all. Like Cassandra and Huang, they were leaked beforehand that they would be part of the story mode, and we've seen both of them. As I said earlier, Huang just looks like he's sort of a one design. Like, would they reintroduce Huang that way by giving him just the same design again?
I mean, I would say in some regards maybe, because like with Keelake, who I mean he technically isn't reintroduced because he's been in every Soul Calibur game, but like for example, his design is like pretty much Soul Calibur 1 for 1. But I don't know if it really counts because he is like been a mainstay, while Wang has kind of just disappeared.
So, if she's still C, which I'm starting to get kind of convinced she is, I can't explain why they would go out of the way to fully redesign her.
It's too much work just for art.
Yeah. Like, especially since, like, they haven't even given 2P outfits to anyone in the entire game, well, except for maybe Secret with the story mode. But, like, they don't seem to have much of a budget to actually design outfits and then also create those outfits.
Exactly.
I think she's still C. I think she's still C for the first season boss. Well, I should say I'm like 80% sure she's still C for the first season boss.
I would actually dare to say 90% sure. Like
What do
for
you say,
me.
Ryman?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? What's your percentage, Ryman? You have to join in, Ryman.
I'm gonna say ponytail percent.
It's not a percent, Raymond.
It is if you believe it is. Also, can we just double check something? Does she have a ponytail in any of her other designs?
She has a similar hair in 4 and 3, I think.
Yeah, I would say 3 too.
Actually,
oh,
it's
already
similar
there.
to this. Yeah, I think it's a hairstyle she's always had for at least an alternate design. Like her secondary outfit in 3, I'm pretty sure uses the same hairstyle too, and it's the main hairstyle in 4.
Classes.
But it looks like the same hairstyle as the main one in 4. So if she's still C, that means we know her, Tira. What are the 2 other characters? In the previous podcast, I think I was thinking that like Cassandra, Hilda, and Setsuka, and also Yunsung / Huang had the highest chance of being DLC.
I would say now that we've seen like Cassandra getting like this redesign here, and Huang is just there in his Soul Calibur 1 getup, I almost kind of feel like that in a way disconfirms Huang entirely. Because they would probably redesign him if they were going to bring him back, surely. Then again, he doesn't really have a high-def model, so he's still getting a lot of work in there if they put him in, because they do have to make a brand new model for him.
Maybe Yunsung has a much higher chance of being in the game than Huang. Like, I feel like with Huang they have one problem, which is what movesets do they use? Because if you go back to Soul Edge, he's a Mitsurugi clone. If you go to Soul Calibur 1, he is mostly a Xianghua clone. And then you go to Soul Calibur 3, which is the only time he had a unique move set. But I don't think that's the Huang people think of when I think Huang.
Nope.
I feel like they have that kind of a huge dilemma. But with Yunsung, it's pretty straightforward. Just use his Soul Calibur 4 moveset.
Yeah, and I mean, people could always make a Huang on Yunsung. I mean, they do allow customization, so
yeah,
they might bring him back with that, kind of cover both bases. I don't know.
My vote goes for Yunsung.
I mean, it's not out of
preference.
Namco. It's not out of the ordinary for Namco to kind of release like a clone as DLC, because we have like Anna in Tekken 7, who's still very Nina-ish, and we have Dragon Ball Fighters that released normal Goku and normal Vegeta as DLC in a game that already had like a billion Gokus and Vegetas.
I will make a prediction.
Okay.
Go on.
I think Namco had a meeting where someone went, waifu power cells, and
Yeah.
therefore Hilde or Setsuka is the third DLC.
Please build it. Please.
That is my theory. I think it would be very sad, but I think there's a chance Hwang and Yunsung might yet again skip an entire game, at least for the first batch of deals.
God damn it.
I mean, they love. I mean, at the same time, I mean, Tekken 7's first DLC pass were both Geese and Noctis. They were just pure male characters. There was only Elisa that was like the female character there, and she was pre-order DLC.
I hope they don't focus too much on guest characters post-launch for Soccer 6.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess they do lead to sales. They have that advantage, but I want Soul Calibur characters.
Same. Because, like you mentioned a lot of times in these podcasts, like guest characters are usually only there for one game and then they're just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But, like-
sometimes they don't really fit at all, like the Star Wars characters.
But they got them pulled off better than they had any right to.
Spawn! Do you remember Spawn?
Oh yeah, I do, because I
Actually-
got the HD port of Soul Calibur 2 where I finally got to play as them. It was weird.
So, Soul Calibur 2 and 4, are they the only entries in the series with multiple guest characters?
Yeah, and 2 is the only one with like from different franchises as well.
Yeah, I've never thought much about it, but I guess that's true. It doesn't seem like a good thing to do with taking Soul Calibur 2, for instance. They went out of the way to create 3 all-new characters. Actually, I guess Heihachi is very much based on his Tekken variant, so it's not all new. But anyway, like they made all-new characters, and they're not even fully available in every version of the game.
Hmm.
It just
Kinda crazy.
seems like a bit of a waste in a way.
Perhaps a tad.
Yeah, but there's no way Nintendo were gonna be like, yeah, sure, you can put Link
yeah.
on PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
But I mean, what they could have done though is that I don't think there was anything stopping them from having Heihachi and Spawn in every version of Soccer 2.
Oh yeah, I mean they would likely have gotten the green light for that, but
Spawn makes the least sense because I mean he's not an Xbox character. Come on.
he has the colors of an Xbox.
Yeah, that's it.
That's probably why they picked him. Well, that and Todd McFarlane.
I think
Yeah.
Todd also designed Necrid,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
They've
I
actually
miss
done that quite a
Necrid.
bit in the series. I think they had like guest artists design those bonus characters in Soul Calibur 4.
Yep.
And they had guest artists design the kind of interesting outfit designs for Soul Calibur Lost Swords.
We don't talk about those.
Have you ever seen
outfits.
those, Ryman?
Don't think
Don't
Should
don't
we
look
have
it
a
up, Ryan.
podcast about that
No.
and let my YouTube channel get banned?
Please don't. Please spare us. Because I mean, I'm all for a little bit of fan service, but they were too far.
Yeah, they basically just commissioned a bunch of artists to draw outfits, which are just it can only be barely classified as an outfit, considering
It's
how
not
little
even an
covers
outfit.
it.
It's like quick cover up. Like that's it.
And then they released trailers showing Sophia, Cassandra, Ivy, and Amy in those outfits. Oh, Japan.
Hmm.
Japan.
I'll send you a picture after this, Ryman. But yeah, I got one ready for you. That's all you need.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
That mustache, though.
It is
It's a very good mustache. Yes.
very curled up.
You
I
know
like
what?
how he looks.
You know
I like how
what?
he looks.
No, you first. You first.
I like how much more serious he looks here than he actually is in the game.
I have to be honest. If Dampierre is part of the season pass, I wouldn't even be mad. I would be okay with it,
I would also accept.
especially if we also get her.
I think she's like she seems very like she seems like a lock-in now. Like she is DLC.
I just can't give any other explanation as to why they would go out of the way to design a whole new outfit for her.
Exactly.
It's also so different compared to everything else. I feel like if they were only gonna have her as a story mode character, surely they would just make her look very similar to one of her old designs.
They would just I would say they would just grab the Soul Calibur 2 design and call it a day.
Yeah, I think that would be the most logical thing for them to do. Like it is what they did with like Edgemaster and Huang. They just went with designs which are from around Soul Calibur 1.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got your wish. Very likely, Sectus. You got
Very
her
likely.
back.
I mean, I should not consider this a full unlock because then I would be super disappointed if she does not make it.
Yeah, we actually decided to reintroduce Mitsuruki's rival from Soul Calibur 1's ending. The man who shot him. Oops. But yeah, she... Like, I am almost willing to bet she's like, and I'm willing to almost bet. Really?
You want to bet, rather?
I'm not really a betting man.
You're not?
No.
Oh, okay.
And
but here's my opinion. I mean, they are here, right? Like, this seems like their place. Where's the giant statue that goes attacking and shoots laser beams? I want him.
Oh, yeah, he could be a DLC character.
Awesome.
I didn't mention like how this came out, like how we know about this.
Oh right, that's an important detail.
And Namco did a preview stream earlier this morning with Maximilian Dude and someone from Mega 64. And the Namco guy was just going through modes to show different parts of the game, and they happened to choose Sophitia story mode, and this is how it starts. Like this is the very beginning of her story mode. and then Maximilian Dude went, "That's Cassandra. That's a new design for Cassandra. Does this mean anything?" And then shortly afterwards, the Namco guy went, "Let's back out of this and play some versus battles, guys."
Oh no!
Yet again, we have Namco revealing stuff they're not really supposed to be revealing. Like I feel like that sums up all of Software 6's marketing. It's so fun.
A tale of leaks and accidents, eternally retold.
Yeah.
How do they keep doing this? How do they keep doing
impressive.
this?
It is very impressive. Do we have any other what?
I mean, it's not as impressive as like when they brought the wrong build to that event, and suddenly Raphael and Cervantes were a thing.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest mistake they've done so far.
That was amazing.
I also find it kind of amazing that if you go back to the very first time we saw gameplay of the game, like the very first time we saw the character select screen, that was the roster size. That quantity of slots matches the final roster size exactly. Like they didn't even try to like do any kind of changes to that roster screen to ensure like the roster size was hidden.
Nope.
I just don't think they care that much about keeping stuff hidden.
Oh well.
I mean, I just wonder how Okubo is feeling about this. He's probably screaming at the higher ups now, like, "Why are you doing this?"
He hasn't complained about it on Twitter so far. Like, it's not like Harada, who definitely lost it several times in the past when stuff leaked.
Oh boy.
Maybe he doesn't complain publicly about this sort of stuff.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe he's got good enough PR training to not do that.
I didn't fight that man with the fencing swords just for more stuff to leak.
I was really frustrated. How to get it out.
I imagine anyone like involved in the development or publishing of this game is probably mad that the stuff keeps leaking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Leaks are never fun.
I can also understand how it's difficult to avoid any kind of leak because you have so many companies getting involved some way with the game, and it just needs just one person to leak stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so
don't bark.
So now all right, so here's the thing. I don't think they're going to announce any more season pass characters until after the game is released, but how long after is the question.
I feel like if they're intelligent, we'll see characters released just weeks after. I feel like that is the sweet spot for DLC. Like, you want it out as early as possible. I think they did a mistake with Tekken 7 of having Noctis. What was it, like 9 months for Noctis to get out, and then like 5 or 6 months for Geese?
Geese was like revealed at EVO and released November? Or was it December?
That was
Might have been
5
December
months?
actually.
So it was 5 or 6 for Geese. I think I don't think that's a good plan. Like, I think it makes sense to just generate interest closer to release of the game. So I will expect that I think we'll hear news like maybe 1 or 2 weeks after release, and maybe the first actual DLC character released within like 4 to 6 weeks. My guess.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I like knowing what I'll get in the past, the sooner the better.
I can also briefly mention that I did a big Soul Calibur stream thing yesterday where I played a little bit of every Soul Calibur game released so far. I even tried to play Lost Swords. That didn't quite work.
That was the saddest part of it all, actually.
Hey, Sectus.
What?
Sectus.
What?
Service has ended.
So I don't think I'll upload that to YouTube because I don't think the quality will look that amazing. But I have VODs on Twitch if you want to watch that. I can link it in the description thingy.
Yes.
Okay.
And with that, I think we've said everything there to say.
Wait.
Yes.
I think. All right. So she looks pretty young here. We can all agree that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So how old is she supposed to be in 2?
Was she 21? I think she's 21. I can look that up really quickly.
Hang on, I'm already doing it.
Let's see, you can do it the fastest.
She was 21.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she definitely looks a bit younger than that, I'd say.
What's the time difference between 1 and 2 again?
Yeah, that's the next question.
I don't think there's a huge difference between the two.
So Calibur. 1587, and this takes place in.
3 years.
Yeah. So she fits right in. Plus, I mean, Tala made it in, so.
Yeah, how old is Talon supposed to be in 6? Like,
sorry, 4 years. 4 years. I looked at the difference between Soul Edge and Soul Calibur, but it's 4 years.
Okay. So I'm actually curious how close the ages are there.
Did you ask about Talon?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how young is she in 6? Because she was already really young in 2. I mean, they probably just rebooted her a little bit and were like, yeah, no, she's like this age.
So she was 15 in Soul Calibur 2, 3, and 4, so she would be 11 years old if they went with her original age.
She's definitely not 11.
Yeah, I think they retcon some stuff, or maybe they see her as like at the very end of the timeline for this game.
That's possible too.
But yeah, I guess based on the original timeline, that would make Cassandra 17 in this.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
But I also imagine they could easily change that.
Yeah, but this could probably pass for 17.
I like it. I like the colors. I really like orange and blue together.
I like the fact that it's Cassandra.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I have to be completely honest, based on the little we've seen of the outfit, I don't think I'm convinced of this outfit. Maybe the whole thing looks better overall, but like the little we see here, I'm super.
Yes,
that is amazing.
We need the complete picture, basically.
Yes.
Okapo, can you please let the DLC leak so we can see her?
Yes, please, now.
That'd be fantastic.
Only to me, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, only to sectors, like mail it personally.
Yes.
I wonder.
Confidential, do not share.
Depending on how close she is to being complete, I wonder if there'll be any files to data mine once the game is released in a week.
I think we'll know that roughly within like an hour or two after the game's released.
Yeah.
So if you go to Tekken 7, there were pieces. I'm pretty sure there were pieces of DLC characters there early on. The funny thing is that they gave the DLC characters code names in that.
Okay.
So Akuma was Mr. X,
No, that's pretty fitting.
and the other characters were Mr. Y and Mr. Z. Pretty funny.
Well, I actually thought Mr. X was a reference to RE2 because Capcom character. I was like, oh, that's actually clever.
Considering how little Namco has cared about accidentally revealing stuff for Soul 6, I will be surprised if they actually like try to hide DLC stuff on the game assets.
They won't.
So it is very possible that on day of release we'll know all of the DLC characters simply because of data mining.
Unless they're smart and they codename him.
Yeah.
But they probably won't because Dragon Ball
lazy.
Fighters wasn't smart enough to do that.
I think it's just too lazy.
Yeah,
That's my theory. Too lazy.
much laziness.
Oh, there's another news thing we can talk about. I completely forgot about.
Oh.
No.
Famitsu reviewed the game.
All right.
They somehow think that Soul Calibur 6 is the worst of the franchise. It got the lowest score compared to the other Soul Calibur reviews. It got 33 out of 40. The highest they've given a Soul Calibur game is the first one with 40 out of 40. The second
perfect score.
highest is Soul Calibur 5.
What?
I can't remember
No.
which number it was. It was either 36 or 37 they gave Soul Calibur 5.
37.
37.
How much
It
did they
scored
give Soul
higher
Calibur
than
2?
It scored higher, a lot higher. It actually scored like 3 points more than 2.
What?
Maybe it was even 4 points. So Calibur 2 was actually kind of lowish.
That's rubbish.
Yeah, and then when I saw that, I was like, yeah, okay, I don't really trust this review. 'Cause,
I do find it weird that somehow Famitsu gets like. Seems like they got exclusive rights to publish a review very early compared to everyone else, and it's not even like a super glowing review. It's a very unusual thing to happen.
Yeah. Weird.
In the review, they mentioned that the story mode content in the game can take up to 40 hours to complete.
Okay.
40?
40. They said 40 hours.
The heck is this content in my fighting game doing here?
I would assume that counts like all of Libra of Soul, because surely this story mode stuff doesn't take 40 hours, because that would be insane. I mean, I'll be very impressed if that's the case, but that sounds insane.
40 hours? Holy crap.
That makes
I'm
it
not
as
used-
long
I'm
as
not
Yakuza 5.
I'm not used to having content in my fighting game like that. Not nowadays. Holy crap, that's awesome. Sectors we know. Sectors! Sectors! Sectors!
Cassandra!
Sectors!
Cassandra!
No!
Cassandra!
No! Jill! Jill!
Jill has not been announced by this game. You silly
Yeah, it'll
devil.
happen.
Hmm.
But yeah, she looks good. And I'm happy for you, Sectors.
Yes.
I'm happy
yes,
you got to see her.
Finally, it is allowed for us to call Soul Calibur 6 a good game.
Finally, she's not that shadowy art figure anymore.
I punch you!
Oh dear.
Okay. Any super final words?
I'm
I think-
stumping on you.
I think I covered everything I wanted to cover.
Same.
So yeah, we'll see people for the next podcast. Cassandra!
Yay!
Cassandra!
Bye.
Cassandra!
It's
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
It's-
She's all happy too.
Cassandra knows. Cassandra.
She's so happy and she's so cute.
That
and
that is a nose. That's no. It's just yeah. That's nothing.
Cassandra!
Yeah.
Please help us.